Welcome everybody, it's Taormino here, and today's a great day because we are playing episode 4 of Tales of Monkey Island, the trial and execution of Guybrush Threepwood. Now, before I get into this, I was actually saying in Discord, and I was actually telling a few people in chat here, this is where, if you guys have been watching with me, or if you've been going back through the episodes and you've been watching me play through Monkey Island is a cheerful, joke-style, punny type game, puzzle adventure. It's never really taken too serious. I want to tell you right now, this chapter starts to get serious. It starts to get dark, and then in the next episode, it's even worse. So, with that warning, hey Arya, hey Cake, by the way. Let's go ahead and let's get started into a new game. Now, unlike the newer Telltale games, where you have data transitioning from the prior episode over, moving your data over, and they kind of track your answers as to how you handled things. This game isn't like that. This is early in Telltale's development as a game developing company. So each episode is its own.
While searching for a cure to the pirate-afflicting pox of LeChuck, the fates of Guybrush Threepwood and Morgan Le Fay are blown off course when they are swallowed by a lovelorn Leviathan. Much to Morgan and Guybrush's surprise, an uneasy alliance to escape the beast blossoms into a genuine friendship between the pirate and pirate hunter. A tidal shift that leads Threepwood to the elusive pox curing Esponja Grande.
Esponja Pequeño.
But Guybrush learns too late that it is the wise pirate who prepares for the inevitable change in the winds as Morgan betrays him and returns him to the scientific clutches of the Marquis de Sange.
Yep, so that's what happened. Hope everyone's doing well today. It's Friday. I actually just got back from getting my hair cut, and you can't see it because I got a pirate hat on. But my hair looked great today. I love Morgan Le Fay. I really like her character. So it looks like they still have the wind sucking into the island. Such conflict in Morgan. It's technically my birthday, but now I can legally drink if I go to America. Hooray! Happy birthday, Arya!
29, 30,000 pieces of silver, mon petit chouchou.
I didn't spell it right.
Just as we agreed.
It had better be, or I'll cut the difference out of your fluffy wig.
I got an idea.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Arya! Alright, so basically, if we remember, the Singe is paying Morgan more money to bring back Guybrush's entire body. Because the Singe is trying to get a way to mess with the pox. He doesn't know yet that we got a what is it? La Esponja Pequeño, because it's tiny, that absorbed the pox out of Guybrush, so we're trying to convince him not to take us.
I'll auction off my entire collection of autographed sextants.
Threepwood, you grossly underestimate the value of that which courses through your body.
Well, I've got a pretty good idea. Why, my spit alone once won me 8,000 pieces of 8 on Booty Island.
Game 2, and I thought it was
You should die knowing
6,000.
that you gave a priceless gift to science.
Guybrush is not happy with her.
Finally, I've got this Threepwood. I've got the formula, and soon I'll have nothing left than life eternal. Oh, I'm as happy as a penguin sliding on its belly.
What an analogy. Uh-oh. What's going on?
What is this?
Ah, it's a welcome back party. I hope they brought ice cream cake.
Guybrush Threepwood. We've been waiting a long
Gross.
time for this.
Oh no.
Why can't I stop my legs?
What? No! No, come back!
This cracker Kroger's got a date in the court of pirate law! You test tube tinker and Talleyrand!
What?
And then the scurvy dog will hang.
So now we're going to court for a bunch of crimes.
You! After him!
Hey, I brought you Threepwood, and you paid me. We're done here.
We'll just see about that.
This is the one area that we didn't go to when we were in Chapter 1 on Flotsam Island because it wasn't open. Flotsam. Chapter 4. The trial and execution of Guybrush Threepwood. You see there's guys there, and that guy's hung. He doesn't have a lower body. That's kind of creepy, actually. So, Ari, do you have any plans to do anything for your birthday?
Threepwood, having been found guilty of all charges, you will be taken to the nearest ship and keel hard until your ravaged skin hangs in tatters from your bleeding.
Guilty? But I haven't been charged with anything yet.
You haven't? Where's that incompetent prosecutor?
Oh, jeez.
Right here, Your Honor.
Oh, boy, look who it is. It's Stan.
Sorry I'm late, Your Eminence, but old Stan had to in flagrante his delicto. And there was a line in the washroom.
Belay your excuses, you sniveling sea weasel, and get on with the charges. I've got grog waiting for me at Club 41.
Of course, Your Immensity.
Yeah.
Your Honor, pirates and wenches of the gallery.
Hey, that's us.
This evening I will prove beyond
That's
a
us.
scintilla of a shadow of a doubt that Guybrush Threepwood is guilty of no fewer than 4 heinous crimes.
I thought there'd be 3.
Firstly, that he did knowingly engage in a bar fight that horribly injured the beloved feline of local pirate elder, Hemlock McGee.
Hanging's too good for him!
Secondly, during this self-same fight, Captain Threepwood spilled boiling nacho sauce on the exposed leg of Boatswain Catherine Krebs, hideously scarring one of Flotsam's shapeliest gams.
Oh, boy.
Thirdly, that he did conspire with one Joaquin Noor craft and sell counterfeit porcelain power pirates.
I didn't tell him to sell it.
Spreading the box!
And finally, that he folded, spindled, and mutilated this previously pristine ex belonging to Flotsam's newest arrival, Killick Hardtack.
What the heck?
I didn't do that.
Yeah, he did that to me.
Captain Threepwood, having heard the grave charges arrayed against you, how do you plead?
Not really. I did stuff yesterday, and it's bank holiday weekend, so I don't think my anxiety could handle that much. What do you mean bank holiday? Like when you do your taxes or whatever? I may just get out and get for coffee or something. Vincent, why are you laughing? Why is it that you're laughing? I might get out and get coffee or something. Yeah, get out. You know what? Because I'm rather recluse myself because I work from home and I work a lot of hours and I stream. Obviously, I can't stream much from outside the house, at least not video games. I don't get out a lot, so it's always nice to kind of just get outside, even if it's for like 5-10 minutes. So I would recommend doing that if you could. So he's asking if we plead guilty. If I plead guilty, like get out of here any quicker? Not guilty by reason of insanity. These charges are stupid. I plead not guilty.
These charges are stupid. And believe me, I know from stupid.
Captain Threepwood, you're out of order!
I'm out of order. You're out of order. The whole mizzen-masted pirate legal system is out of order.
Oh, jeez.
Oh
my God.
Shut his festering gob before the court shuts it for him!
My God.
Sorry. I plead 1,000% not guilty. Especially that last one about the ex.
Yeah, we totally didn't
Very
do that.
well. Let it be recorded that the miserably guilty defendant has
What?
entered a plea of not guilty. Now, who would you like to represent your pathetic case?
I want a public defender. Can Stan represent me? I guess I'll represent myself. Let's just do the options.
Don't you have some sort of public defender?
A public defender? In pirate court?
Why do the pirates even have a court? Why are you laughing?
So that'd be a no then.
Why do you just call me a color?
Hey Stan, Why don't you represent me, for old time's sake?
You mean those old times when you swindled me out of a ship, stuck me in a coffin for 3 months, scammed my insurance company, and got me involved with high-risk doubloon derivatives?
Yes?
Sorry, kid, nothing personal, but I stand to make a bundle in legal fees off these honked-off flotsamites. They really don't like you.
Huh. That's what we call a public holiday. It is when the banks are closed, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday are days that people are entitled to take off, and the banks close Friday and Monday. Bank holiday usually only includes the Monday, but Good Friday was today. Yes, oh, I forgot, it's Good Friday today. It is also Passover tonight, and we got Sunday for Easter for all the Catholics and Christians. Also, I've been drinking, my wife found these energy drinks. It's called Zevia. 0-calorie energy drinks. And I'll show you the metrics real quick because I'm going to be finishing one off here once I can get out a shot. It may not focus. There we go. 0 fat, 0 sodium, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 protein. It's got carbonated water. I'll just read it to you this way. Carbonated water, citric acid, stevia leaf extract, caffeine, and natural flavors. And it's got 120 megs of caffeine in it. So the way that this can is it's 12 ounces and a Monster, for example, because I still have a Monster in my fridge. The Monster's 160 grams of caffeine, but there's 2 servings to that can. So it's 80 per serving. So 80 and 80 is 160. So this is only a 12 ounce for 120 caffeine versus a Monster that's 160 that's 16 ounces. So the equivalency is the same, except for this doesn't have any crazy taurine or anything in it. It's actually not terribly bad.
I guess I'll represent myself.
Captain Threepwood, are you aware of the old pirate court saying? The pirate who represents himself in court has a soon-to-be keel-hauled fool for a client.
Yes, Your Honor, and I am that fool.
Yeah.
Fine. Your move, counselor.
Here's your briefs, kid.
Okay, so we got to read these. We actually got to pay attention to them. So witness K Hardtrack. Now, Hardtrack was the guy that we ran into in Chapter 3. I may accidentally say episode, but Chapter 3, he was one of the 2 pirates that were arguing to try to bury that artifact. Or was it 3 or was it 2? It was Episode 2, excuse me. Chapter 2. So this guy's had some, let's see, charge consonant abuse, X class. Plaintiff's charge that defendant ruined his perfectly good X is suspect but plausible. Court hopes he's not just making things up. Rex sentence 2P fine. Death by hanging. Okay, well, we know for a fact that we didn't do that. Witness K. Krebs. Charge thigh crimes and misdemeanors. Discontinuation of Club 41's nacho sauce makes it proof of guilt difficult, but court deems it unlikely that some other fluid, or excuse other mix of fluids could have caused Krebs' distinctive burn. Sentence 23, I don't know what the G means. Fine. Maybe gold or whatever. Death by corset. That's not cool. Suffocate. Witness H. McGee. Villainous, feline frightening. Plaintiff's pussycat seems traumatized, but court has seen far too many crippled pirates miraculously healed by the tonic of a cash settlement. If that kitty moves an inch, this case is over. Okay, so we know what to be. It's essentially telling us what the problem is, what we're accused of, and kind of like how we have to resolve it. Sentence, 1 ball of yarn, death by mauling. Oh, God. Jay Dioro, the guy that we gave the fake Ninja Dave, Dark Ninja Dave, porcelain power pirate, counterfeit collectibles. Witnesses testifying under for lighter sentence. Court doesn't trust the stool parrots. From their testimony is only affirm is their last bribe. Confiscation of sextants, death by 8-sided dice. What? Gosh. Witness, Guybrush Threepwood, the defendant arrested in possession of a tiny sea sponge, which he insists is cure the pox. Court is skeptical, but it has confiscated the artifact as a matter of policy. Defendant has also possession of unremarkable wedding ring. He will likely be used to defray his funeral costs. Oh, God. Alright, so that's all that we had. Gibbet, we want to do that. Kyrie, don't be barking over there.
This reminds me of the time I kissed Elaine under the mistletoe, and a rotting corpse fell on me.
Oh, gross. Alright, we got objects here.
Could you read that last bit back for me? Very interesting. I don't even remember saying exsanguinate.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not questioning your professionalism. It's just that I don't even know the meaning of it. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
God. He had some sort of conversation there that we could hear.
That paralyzed cat is creepy.
Well, the eyes are moving.
That empty nacho plate is making me hungry.
Okay. Alright, he won't let us take the sponge back.
I'm surprised Doro ever fell for that.
Yeah, we just dunked him in ink. Oh.
Why is it always an X? Why not T marks the spot? Stinkbeard's common laws for common pirates. Laws? Pirates don't need no stinking laws.
Fine, then we'll proceed with the execution.
Oh no.
On the other hand, maybe I could use a few good laws right now.
Alright, so let's talk to this guy while he's here.
Hey, hardtack.
Defense will refrain from addressing the bailiff in open court.
Sorry.
Nope, okay, so we can't talk to him. Unless if he's on the stand.
Looks like there was one whale of a fender bender while the winds were blowing out. That's why I always sail defensively and carry state arm insurance.
State arm insurance. Oh boy. Alright. Let's talk to Grindstump a little bit.
I object.
To what?
To this trial. To your hat. To the way my beard's itching. I also object to the way that guy's looking at me. And to this hook. And...
Captain Threepwood, you will cease your foolish distractions before we come down and seize them for you!
He's so mad.
Right! Where were we?
Alright, so what we're going to shoot for is a trophy right now. It's called Idiot for a Client. Explored the possibilities of Guybrush calling himself to the stand. So I think we're just supposed to keep, like, upsetting Grindstump.
Your Honor, I'd like to request a change of venue.
Where to?
Oh, how about back at your place? Just you, me, a jug of grog, a loaf of bread, and some scandalous legal briefs.
Ew.
Captain Threepwood will terminate his clumsy and off-putting attempts to seduce this court at once!
Make me uncomfortable, it did.
Skippy! Right! Where were we?
It should do it on the third time, so let's try one more time.
Your Honor, I'd like to invoke my ex post facto privileges and move for a dramatis personae. No.
Stan was
Then
tweaking
can I
out.
ex omnes my quid pro quo?
Captain Threepwood!
Well, surely the court will give me time until my e pluribus unum reductus ad absurdum.
Oh my god.
Pretending that he knows how to speak Latin! Right! Where were we?
Okay, so that should trigger... No, we want to do...
Just a moment, Your Honor.
I guess we can call a witness, and I guess call myself.
Your Honor, I'd like to call Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, to the stand.
Guybrush Threepwood!
I'm right here.
Oh, right. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability?
Why is he
as a
covering his eye?
grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate?
Ooh, what's this log made of? Calf leather? You just can't find craftsmanship like this these days. Oh, I do.
Okay, so we gotta go through these ones. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Captain Sheepgood. Threepwood. Ah, yes. Shreveport. Threepwood. Greensleeves. Threepwood. Treebeard. Threep.
Not even close.
Wood. Stack.
Objection. Defense is stalling.
Oh my gosh.
On with it, or the court will order his name legally changed to Captain Guts for Daughters.
Oh no. My god. He's so crazy. Those are the options that we have to do.
Where were we?
Alright, so let's call myself back to the stand.
I'd like to recall myself to the stand.
Well, get on with it.
The witness is reminded that he is still under oath.
Okay.
Captain Threepwood, where were you on the night of August 15th? I was on a date with your wife.
Dang!
You,
Oh, jeez.
you're
Punch it.
dead, Threepwood.
Be careful. You're gonna poke your eye out.
I will have order in my court, or so help me, I will shove this gavel down your stinking windpipe.
My god. If you don't click on him, he's like freaking out the whole time. Oh boy. Let's walk back to the stand and we'll calm him down. Look at him. He's steaming over there.
Right, where were we?
Alright, we gotta do this one more time. Witness.
I'd
Guybrush.
like to recall myself. Well,
The witness.
Captain Threepwood, what's your impression? Objection, Your Honor. The witness is making a mockery of this court. Were these magic grits? In that operating room, I am God.
What?
A dingo ate me baby. You can't handle the truth. There's something on the wing.
He's just quoting movie lines.
This silliness at once, or the court will knock your benighted heads together.
Alright, let's see if we get the trophy.
Right.
There we
where
go.
were
That's how you get Idiot for a Client. Now again, I played this game once before back in 2011 when it came out. So, I got a lot of the trophies, like 80% of the trophies already. So we'll actually get onto the legit stuff. So let's start with Hard Track, because we know that one's BS.
If it pleases the court, I'd like to call Bailiff Hardtack to the stand.
Bailiff Hardtack. Oh, that's me.
He always looks
Do
like
you
he
swear
threw
on
up on
Blackbeard's
himself.
log to tell the truth to the best of your
Oh, he
ability
did.
as
It's
a
in his
grog
mouth.
swilling, backstabbing pirate? I suppose. Bailiff
suppose.
Hardtack, could you tell the court about your claim against Guybrush Threepwood? Well, back on Spinner Cay, I was getting ready to bury me modest chest of treasures, you see. My collection of spaghetti strainers, my silver paprika shaker, and so on. When all of a sudden, this Threepwood bloke runs up to me, waving his arms and telling me to look out for a three-headed monkey that's right behind me.
I did say that though.
Well, naturally, I turned and looked, but there was nothing there. When I regained my composure, Threepwood was nowhere to be found.
That's not
And
how it
worst
went.
of all, yes, he dug up my perfectly good ex. It's ruined now.
Oh, come on.
He's all yours, buddy.
Alright, let's grill him. We know that this is not right. This whole story about your ex is a big fat lie, isn't it?
This whole story about your ex is a big fat lie, isn't it?
No, sir.
Come on, you're lying. Admit it.
No, sir.
Come on.
Oh, you got me, sir.
See?
But why?
Well, I didn't have anything else to do after you killed me boss and left me without a job. Oh, I could have charged you with that instead. Oh.
Your Honor, I move for a mistrial.
Oh my gosh, you scared me.
Hardtack, as punishment for wasting this court's time, you will be compelled to wear Lizzing's wig of foppery until such time as I am no longer tempted to gavel you into a fine paste.
Oh, it's delightful.
Of foppery. Alright, so we got one case down. We just badgered him, basically, on the witness stand. Alright, we gotta listen to the other ones. So we're gonna call a witness. We'll just go right down the line. We got Krebs, we have De Oro, and we have McGee, so...
I'd like to call Bosun Catherine Krebs to the stand.
Catherine Krebs! Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate?
Aye.
Bosun Krebs, could you tell the court what happened on that fateful day?
Aye.
This
I
could be
was
plausible.
minding my own business at Club 41 with a mug full of grog and some zesty nachos, when all of a sudden that blindfolded Jasper barreled into me, knocked me nacho sauce into me lap, and gave me this disfiguring
Ew.
scar.
Hachi-machi!
Aye, that takes me back.
That's gross. It's black and purple?
Ew.
Bailiff, supply the prosecutor and the defendant with sketches of the burns for their briefs.
Aye, aye, Your Honor. Lots of luck, kid.
Alright, so we're not gonna grill her now.
Your Honor, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
Bailiff, please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
Alright, so we weren't able to talk to the other ones just yet.
Well,
I'm sure there's...
At least I'm not about to be dissected by a crazy scientist. Now to break out of here, find Elaine and use La Esponja Grande to... Hey, what happened to my cool voodoo sponge?
All possessions will be returned to the prisoner once he has been cleared of all charges. In the likely event that the prisoner is not cleared of all charges, his property will be distributed to his heirs.
But I don't have any heirs that I know of.
Then they'll be auctioned off at eBay.
Yeebay. Alright, what's in here? Bar, hardtack, loose patch of plaster.
This part of the wall looks like it's made of pretty loose stuff. I wonder if I could dig my way out.
Well, we have this.
What's that noise?
Nothing.
Alright, so I guess we can't do that. So
Icky.
here's the
Hard to believe
sketch.
that nacho sauce could do that.
Yeah, that doesn't look like nacho sauce. And then we can look at the briefs again. So that's pretty much all we have.
This bar looks pretty loose.
Knock it off, you!
Okay, let's talk to hardtack.
What do you want?
Like to return to court to defend my client. We don't want to do that. Aren't I entitled to some bread and water?
Aren't I entitled to some bread and water?
Bread and water? I pride myself on providing Flotsam's prisons with the finest in haute cuisine. Wait here.
Get some
Wait
fine
here.
cuisine.
Huh, that's funny. This part of the wall looks like it's made of pretty loose stuff. I wonder if I could dig my way out. Thought he'd never leave. What the? It's solid steel under here.
Oh god. Steel fortified patch of wall.
What do you know? Guess it wasn't so loose after all.
Alright, so there's really no options in here. We're stuck.
What do you know? Stupid reinforced wall. Hey, where's my dinner? My haute cuisine.
Oh, the prisoners don't get any food. That's for the guards and judges. Delicious, too.
We get any of it? Alright, let's talk to him
Hey,
again.
guard, what do you want?
We're gonna just ask him about this. Actually, let's ask this.
Has this jail got any reading material?
I'd suggest reading your legal briefs. You might need them.
Good
Okay.
tip. I'll get right on that when I need something to put me to sleep.
Alright, so let's see this one.
I want to see my lawyer.
Your lawyer?
Yeah, you might have heard of him. Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Fine.
Mighty pirate at law.
All right, Counselor. Judge Grindstump says you got 5 minutes.
That should be more than enough for this piece of scum. I hope you had a good excuse for dragging me out of bed at this ungodly hour.
This is so stupid.
I'm worried about my wife, Counselor. She hasn't sent me a letter in weeks. I wouldn't worry about her, Guybrush. We're taking very good care of her on my estate. Very good care. You scurvy backstabber! Guard! I'm quite done with my client. I'll get you, Threepwood, if it's the last thing I do.
Oh boy. So now they just let me out of the jail.
Sorry about that, Mr. Threepwood. I know those prisoners can be a rowdy lot.
Make nothing of it, Mr. Hardtack. Now, where can I find a good grog?
Club 41's right over there, sir.
Okay. So there's a lot of different things here. It looks like Stan's over here. We'll talk to Stan for a little bit.
Stan's Courtroom Souvenir Emporium? What happened to the Keel Hauler Gazette offices?
The Keel Hauler? That's old news, Threepwood. Get it? Old news? The whole Keel Hauler operation was bought out and shut down by those bigwigs at the Flotsam Times weeks ago.
Oh, I bet Davy Nipperkin didn't like that.
Are you kidding? Old Nipperkin made out like a bandit. I heard he's getting ready to retire on his share of the sale.
Oh, nice. Let's talk to Stan.
Stan?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Look at his
Nice
jacket.
to see you out and about, kid. Hope they haven't been treating you too badly in the Hooskow.
Well, there is a pretty scary-looking rat in my cell. At least I hope it's a rat.
Oh, God.
That's just swell, kid. Look, could you get out of the way and make room for some paying customers?
I know I'll kick myself for asking, but what sorts of trial souvenirs are you selling?
The question you should be asking is what kind of souvenirs am I not selling? Behold, the People vs. Threepwood collection.
Terrible. Totally exploiting this.
Hey, a little me.
That's right, Threepwood. A faithful reproduction right down to the lacy garter belt.
Hey, I only wore those once.
It is I, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Sounds nothing like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, your real voice didn't focus test all that well.
What's that?
That, my piratey friend, is a little novelty I like to call Draw the Beard on the Guybrush. Using the power of magnetism and iron shavings, you can give Flotsam's most notorious criminal an infinite array of amusing and degrading hairstyles. Observe.
The picture on the right shows no hair on the top of his head.
It's leaking iron shavings. This is what you get when you use shoddy Fat Island labor.
He said it was leaking iron shavings.
Is that supposed to be you?
None other. Now you and your friends can relive the trial of the century while lounging around in this comfortable polyblend t-shirt, emblazoned with the iconic image of yours truly, a crusading attorney bringing his no-holds-barred brand of justice to Flotsam Island.
What a salesman.
On second thought.
Say no more.
We're going to talk to him more a little bit later.
I'll see you in court, Stan.
Hey, that's pretty funny.
We're going to pick this up, though.
Lou?
You!
Oro? What happened to your eye?
I tell you what happened to my eye, smarty guy.
Gone.
When I dug up that phony Dark Ninja Dave you planted.
Allegedly planted?
Allegedly planted. I got a speck of dirt lodged in my eye. A week later, it got infected, and Dr. Desange had to cut it out.
He cut his
Yeah,
eye
just
out?
Betty did.
Now I need a glass eye.
Why do you want a glass eye? An eye patch is much more piratey.
Eye patches are so last month. All the cool pirates are getting scary glass eyes these days.
The hooks are still cool, right?
I don't know. I think I'd go with an eye
Yes,
patch.
But you really can't beat a glass eye.
Well, I mean, I would obviously get a glass eye so I don't have a gaping hole in my face. And then I would wear an eye patch over it.
What are you in for?
I got arrested for trying to auction a counterfeit Dark Ninja Dave figurine at eBay.
Yeebay.
eBay?
You know, that bay with the auction thing.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily for me, Stan got me a reduced sentence in exchange for my testimony against you.
Me? What did I do?
You were the one that made the counterfeit Dave in the first place.
Oh, yeah. That. I'm sorry about the jail time, but you've got to stop testifying against me. I've got a wife and scores of pirates to cure.
Yeah.
We're going to cure the pox?
Eventually, yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, jeez.
Always making fun of me.
Come on,
Thank you so much for those bits. I really appreciate it, Arya.
Maybe. What can you offer me in return?
A fine leather jacket. How about a glass eye?
How about I get you a glass eye for your eye hole?
That sounds interesting.
It's a deal.
But
I knew there'd be a big noisy fight somewhere.
I want a really cool glass eye.
You fight like a
Great
cow.
Makes a cool glass eye.
Thank you for the host
Also
cake.
have a really cool color. Like the color in the eyes of those nasty poxed pirates when they're really, really angry.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, so he wants a glass eye that looks like a poxed pirate eye, the red ones and stuff.
You know, I can't help but notice that you don't seem to be afflicted by the pox of LeChuck.
Oh, don't remind me. All the other pirates have gotten the pox, so why not me?
You thought about the possibility that you might not actually be a pirate?
I am too a pirate.
Okay, you are a pirate. I'm sure the pox will be coming for you any day now.
So the pox.
Associating with hardened criminals like
Hold
you
on.
can't be good for my legal situation. I'm out of here.
Adios.
So the pox only affects people who are actual pirates. We'll talk to Stan and we'll ask him as well.
What's my name, kid?
I noticed that you're remarkably free of the pox.
Nothing remarkable about it at all, Threepwood. Haven't you been paying attention? The pox only affects real, 100% honest to Blackbeard pirates. Now, I've been many things in this life. A salesman, real estate agent, a troubadour, stevedore, ralphador, and even a brief but memorable stint as an exotic dancer to pay my way through law school.
Jeez.
But one thing I'm not and never will be is a pirate.
Ah,
So we know he used to be an exotic dancer, which is interesting to say the least. Let's go into
I
Club
wonder if
41.
Club 41's changed its restrictive policies. Guess so. Ah, Club 4.
Okay. Conspiracy theory. Oh, I gotta change that. Anyway, so I've mentioned this one before. I've pretty much mentioned all these before, but I gotta get back into the rotation. Some conspiracy theorists actually feel like this life that we're living now is a computer simulation. When we die and we pass on, we get pulled from the computer simulation. This simulation is supposed to teach us knowledge gained for the afterlife, which is really outside of the machine. Oh, you changed it up. Yeah, just slightly. I gotta fix the text though.
41. Nothing screams pirate bar like the aroma of moldy grog sprinkled with just a hint of sea spray and shattered dreams.
I will double your quadrupled rate.
Keep your gold, Silk Pants. You can't afford me anymore.
But you must break Threepwood out of jail and bring him back to me. He is the only one who has the poxalicious strains that I need.
You're a little behind the times, Demange. I'm pox-free and fit as a fiddle. See?
Impossible.
Nothing's impossible when Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, is involved. And after I cure my wife and everyone else, I'll...
Wife?
Yeah. She was standing right next to me when LeChuck exploded, so the pox hit her pretty hard.
I want you to hunt down and capture this wife of Guybrush Threepwood.
Hey!
What part of non do you not comprendes?
But I need her! She's the only other pirate who could possibly have the Threepwood strain of the pox!
I need
Get her yourself.
My dear Mademoiselle Leflay, I don't get people. I hire people like you to get them for me. And if you won't get them, then maybe I'll find someone to get you.
Oh boy.
I don't like to be threatened.
That's right. Oh gosh, you broke his finger. My phalange.
What the?
Oh! That was a very, very bad mistake, mademoiselle.
Well,
man.
it wouldn't be the first.
Jerk.
He's pissed. Okay.
Duh.
Such a dumb sound effect.
Not that I'm complaining, but why'd you turn down Singe's contract to hunt down my wife?
I may be a backstabbing mercenary, but even I have some standards.
Sure, now you have standards. Shame they couldn't have shown up before you, cut off my hand or knocked me unconscious and dragged me back to Flotsam Island.
What can I say? I'm complicated.
We're back where we started.
What did DeSinge want with Elaine anyway?
You heard the man. Something to do with your unique strain of bucks. Guess he thinks your wife has it too.
You look uncharacteristically grim.
It's been one of those days.
Oh, I know what you mean. Betraying your childhood hero can really take it out of you.
Hey, that was just business.
Your business sucks more than the winds of Flotsam.
Sometimes.
Guybrush is very mean in this conversation.
What are those scary-looking drinks?
They're a row of Blood Island volcano shots.
They look painful.
Only the first one.
Yikes. I think you should know that I'm still really angry with you.
Would it help if I bought you a drink?
What, so you can poison me? I'll pass. I noticed that you're without pox.
I'm pox-free. Tested on a regular basis.
Well, do you know why?
Probably because I'm not really a pirate, since I'm a pirate hunter.
Gotta like a pox that respects minor semantical distinctions. You know, if you have even a scintilla of a guilty conscience, I could really use your help.
Listening?
There's this trial going on.
So I've heard. Some guy was trying to tell me that it's the trial of the century!
Yeah, well, I could really use some trumped-up evidence. Or a few intimidated witnesses. Or maybe a well-placed
He's asking
bribe
for the
attempt.
intimidate
You couldn't
witnesses.
afford me.
Of course. How silly of me. It's all about the pieces of 8 with you, isn't it?
Not always. I also accept pieces of 9.
I've never heard of that.
Changed your mind about helping me with my legal troubles?
The pirate legal system and I don't exactly get along, and if we did, I wouldn't do pro bono work.
Alright, so that's all.
Well, I can see you've got inner demons to wrestle with, so I'll just get on with my life.
Thanks. And watch out for DeSinge. That thing he did with his finger was unnatural.
It's phalange. Alright, so we gotta get some booze.
Judge Grindstump?
Oh, please, no need to be so formal. In here, I'm just plain old W.P. Grindstump, owner and proprietor of Club 41.
Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
Brilliant! Will you be paying with doubloons, triploons, coupons, or Flotsamian fur shafts?
What?
Actually, I'm a little light right now.
Oh, no problem. I'll start up a tab.
Nice.
Will? That's so unlike, well, every place I've ever been
Yeah,
in my
nobody will
life.
let me do that.
Well, it's not like you're going to skip town on me, am I right?
Set me up with a grogatini, with a twist.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We don't serve grogatinis anymore. The pirates kept gagging on the little porcelain swords.
Hmm.
One grog. Neat.
Coming right up.
Nice.
Bracing. Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
What'll it be?
You want to order the volcano shots.
The line of Blood Island volcano shots.
Me pleasure. These come with our complimentary Club 41 insulated volcano shot glasses. Hewn out of molten lava. They can keep hot liquids hot for a week.
Impressive.
Tossing them back, baby.
Ooh, that's some hot grog on grog action. I'll just save this last one for later.
Alright, what else we got? What's this? No.
Ah, this must be the screaming narwhal that my ship is named after. Creepy. Now that I've spent some time inside these docile Don Juans of the deep, I feel kind of queasy about seeing their heads mounted on a wall.
Can we go down over here? Okay.
What's this?
That'll be Club 41's famous Flotsam Island Ladies' Night buffet table.
Why is
In a
everything
few
so
hours,
long?
It'll be spilling over with flaming chocolate cupcakes.
Flaming chocolate
barbecued
cupcakes.
narwhal horns, deep-fried petit fours, and all that other girly stuff that
I don't
our
know what a petite four
swashbuckling
is.
lady pirates love.
I know what a petite four is. I don't know what that is.
Well, that's a strange place for a sugar sack.
I keep it up there to draw away the ants.
Ooh. I wonder what happened to Murray.
Yeah, where's Murray at?
Hot, gooey wax.
We pick it up?
Nothing like a little hot wax on a cold, flotsam night.
Sure. Okay.
What's that artistic abomination?
Ah, that be a painting of Flotsam Island's notorious jungle beast, painted by our own Hemlock McGee.
That looks terrifying.
Really?
Aye, no one knows more about our legendary beastie than old Hemlock.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute it if I start clearing my throat. I don't want to clear my throat in your ears.
How about some more of those volcano shots?
Sorry, one per customer.
It's probably a good thing.
Nice, dartboard.
Isn't it, though? Ah, it was one of the few things I managed to salvage when I was washed ashore on Flotsam all those years ago.
Can I play around?
Unfortunately, the darts were lost a few weeks ago during a bar fight. And pity, too. What with the annual Flotsam Island Dart Tournament tomorrow night.
Oh. Oh well. Alright, so let's go. So we're trying to right now fight 3 separate cases. Right now we have 2, well, we know 3 of that we can try to change. What's this?
That's really, something.
Aye, isn't she a beauty? It's a prototype of my swashbuckling Susie long-lasting leg lamp. That crystal on top will glow for days.
Awesome.
Don't you think it's a little tacky?
Ah, pirates love this kind of stuff.
An 8-legged alpaca!
Your fancy cryptozoology tricks won't fool me,
Oh, jeez.
laddie.
Alright, well, we need that. I don't know how we get it yet, but...
I better get some of this before it cools.
So this is like molten glass or something?
Warm.
Cup of hot wax. Cup of molten glass. Jeez. Did we throw this on it?
Whoops!
Hey! Arr. Now look what you did. Arr.
It's stained.
You clumsy clam clipper! You ruined my prototype! Now I'll have to start all over! Arr!
So if it's messed up, can I have it?
Fine, take it! Just get out of me sight! Arr!
We also
Thought
need
help me get a leg up in the trial.
We also need to, we need a glass eye from this guy. So if that worked, let's combine this and the leg. Has another burn. And the glass, maybe? No. Okay. We needed to make it purple, and it's got to look like a skull and crossbones. So now it's purple. Okay. What the heck is this? Weird oozing fluid.
Ow! What the heck is Desinged doing up there anyway?
See if we can use the other shot. Remember, we got like 6 or 7 of these or something.
Sizzly. You know, if I was a little more scientifically inclined, I might be worried about the effects this stuff is having on any future generations of Threepwoods.
Yeah, especially if you have it all in your pants. Alright, so mysterious caustic fluid. Let's see what this does. And that
Icky.
matches.
Hard to believe that nacho sauce could do that.
And that matches.
Bingo. Looks like Captain Catherine's case is not so good after all.
Alright, so we got that out. Now there's another one that we gotta do. Let's see.
It's Jacques, the electromagnetic monkey. Don't worry, little guy. I'll liberate you. Somehow. Don't worry, little guy. I'll liberate you. Somehow.
Murray, I need your help on this trial. Come
Let's
back.
see if this will work. Aha! Come on, let's get you out of here.
Oh. So let's examine him.
Oh, there's a monkey in my pocket. He's attracting all my change. His tail is a magnet, and I think that he's got mange. Oh, there's a...
Alright, no. I wasn't sure if that changed his lines. So, there has been some hints that we've been getting about the monkey, right? What's his name? Jacques? Jacques. He's electromagnetic. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Jacques, we used his tail to get the key being a magnet, right? In chapter 1. It's also named electromagnetic, and we have these iron shavings.
It's a broken draw-a-beard-on Guybrush toy. Looks like it's leaking iron fillings.
So, maybe we can put iron fillings into the bowl that he's feeding his cat, and then maybe have Jacques chase him around?
Hi there, Twinkle Toes.
Enjoy your last moments of freedom, cause you're going to pay for what you did to Miss Pretty Whiskers.
I'd be happy to pay. Do you accept traveler's checks?
I mean, that's French for a boo for you. I didn't know. How's Miss Grungy Whiskers?
How's Miss Grungy Whiskers doing?
Her name isn't Grungy Whiskers, you love a liquor. It's Miss Pretty Whiskers.
Jeez.
How's Miss Trashy Whiskers doing?
Trashy
We're gonna keep making him freak out.
Listen up, Smucker. Her name is Miss Pretty Whiskers.
It's hard to take him seriously.
How's Miss Barfy Whiskers doing?
What? Barfy Whiskers? For the last time you dancing dunce. Her name is Miss Pretty Whiskers.
Jeez. Alright.
Drop the charges and I'll spare your life.
Bah! Life ain't hardly worth living without the sound of Miss Pretty Whiskers' delicate pitter-pat on the bar floor.
I'm sure she feels the same way about the delicate pitter-pat of your stumps.
Probably. I gotta fix my dreads. Sorry. There we go.
How's the box treating you?
Oh, not too bad. I didn't really need that lung I coughed up.
Vestigial lungs are the worst. What exactly are you doing?
Mixing up Miss Pretty Whiskers' food. What's it to you?
Can I have some?
No.
Why would he want some cat food? Guybrush just wants everything.
I hear you may know something about Flotsam's so-called jungle beast.
None have seen the jungle beast, but 'tis the scariest, foul-smellingest thing you ever didn't see.
You ever didn't see?
Jungle god that walks the land only by dead of night.
Dark jungle god?
Aye. 'Twas said to live within the stomach of the god of
I like how it pans in real slow.
feasting upon corpses.
Oh,
Until
gross.
one day, death ate some bad shellfish and out-chucked the jungle beast into existence.
But if you haven't seen it, how do you know it exists?
Because it eats. To appease the beast, we've left many a fleshy sacrifice on the jungle altar. By morning, the meat disappears from the altar without a trace.
Oh, we know that altar.
Disappearing meat. Yep, jungle god's the only explanation. See ya.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these iron leaking shavings with a
Hey,
bowl.
look! A 5-headed bonobo!
What? I didn't see nothing.
Sorry, must have been a weather balloon.
So hopefully him feeding his cat iron shavings isn't gonna kill it, but wait.
I hope Miss Pretty Whiskers appreciates all the iron supplements I've given her.
Iron supplements. Okay. So I think we can. Oh, let's talk to this guy.
Hello there, uninformed man on the street.
What do you want?
Don't tell me you're still blowing glass.
We need a glass
Surely
eye.
a dry cleaning business would be more profitable.
It just shows what you know, Binky. People are clamoring for Crypt Digits unbreakable tubes. Clamoring!
What people?
Well, just one person, really. But he ordered a huge supply. Don't ask me why.
Why?
I told you not to ask me that.
Why did someone order all those tubes?
I told you not to ask me that.
Oh God. Okay.
I see you can make a glass leg, but tell me, can you make a glass eye?
Aye. But not just any glass. Genuine imitation eyes made from the crystal wreaths themselves.
Genuine imitation eyes?
That's right. They'll imitate the eye color of anyone they see.
Beautiful.
Just point them at someone's eyes, give them a few seconds to set, and shazam! All new eye color. When you got a color you like, just pop it in your eye socket, and it'll stay that way forever.
I'm intrigued and cautiously optimistic. How much?
Here, try out this defective one for free.
Effective.
Aye, it's a little nearsighted, so you'll have to get up real close to the subject to capture their eye color.
Thanks. I take back all the nasty things I wrote in my diary about you.
Okay. We got these two.
How does it feel to be hideously diseased?
How do you think it feels?
Why is he asking this when he knows? Because he
Bad,
was
I'd say.
too.
Pretty bad.
You got that right, Missy.
Are you not outraged by this ridiculous trial?
Well, I'm just glad that scum-sucking Threepwood will finally be brought to justice.
I'm Threepwood.
I'm right here.
Speaking of which, shouldn't you be in a holding cell or something?
We, get a 10-minute break every hour. It's the law. I'll see you in your, pectorals later.
Yeah, well, the three of us will be waiting.
Okay, so we have our glass eye. We basically found out that we're able to dismiss Krebs' thing. See if we can go in now.
Who goes there?
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Oh, Councillor Threepwood. What can I do for you?
I can return to court and defend my client.
I'd like to return to court to defend my client.
All righty then. Let's find Judge Grindstump.
We should be able to dismiss Pretty Whiskers as well.
Is back in session. The Right Honourable Wallace P. Grindstump presiding.
Let's keep it moving, Captain Threepwood.
Actually, I'm going to do them all in one swing, so let's do this.
I object
To what?
to this trial, to your hat, to the way my beard's itching. I also object to the way that guy's looking at me, and to this hook, and...
Captain Threepwood, you will cease your foolish distractions before we come down and seize them for you.
Oh my god. So we got to go up to Grindstump, and we got to use the eye on Grindstump while he's pox enraged.
Hold that crazy pose. Gotcha!
There we go.
Right, where were we?
Alright, so let's just leave. Call a recess.
Your Honor, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
Bailiff, please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
We'll give this side to De Oro, and then we'll clear all cases at once.
Hey, guard!
What do you want?
I want to speak to my lawyer.
I want to see my lawyer.
Again?
Not getting any smarter.
Alright, so let's go give this Pox Eye to him.
Captain Doro?
Do you have it?
One nigh
Ew.
indestructible glass eye.
Get your
Fox color,
finger out of
just
that
like
hole.
all the cool pirates are wearing it.
Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe. Ay, 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 ay. My eye is really scary.
Now, according to Crimp Digit, all you have to do to set it is pop it in your eye socket.
Ew.
Ooh.
How do I look?
You look like you got pink
I
eye.
think you mean dangerously cool, eh?
Sure, whatever. Now, about your testimony.
No problem, mi amigo. Just call me back to the stand and ask me about this.
Your Dark Ninja Dave Porcelain Power Pirates treasure map? I just smuggle this into here.
In my, let's say, mouth.
Gross. Ew, when you put your hand on it. Alright, let's go back to court now.
Who go? Oh, it's you.
I'd like to return to court to defend my client.
Alrighty then. Let's find Judge Grindstump. The Pirate Court of Flotsam Island is back in session. The Right Honourable Wallace P. Grindstump presiding.
Vincent,
Is grog, Captain.
you're so loud. Alright, so I call a witness. We'll start with De Oro.
I'd like to call Joaquin Jacinto de Meara Alfonso de Oro to the stand.
Joaquin de Oro. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate?
See?
Senor de Oro.
Captain Doro.
We're gonna smoke
Yes,
this.
of course. Why are you here today?
I was recently arrested for trying to sell a counterfeit Dark Ninja Dave porcelain power pirate figurine. A counterfeit figurine crafted by Guybrush Threepwood.
Actually,
What the heck?
wasn't so surprising.
Your witness, counselor.
Alright, so let's ask him questions.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
So we'll give him this map.
Captain de Oro, what can you tell me about this map?
Objection!
Defense Exhibit 42, Your Honor. This is the map the witness used to find his Dark Ninja Dave Power Pirate.
I'll allow it.
But
Oh my goodness.
Flapping mouth, you festering chumhole!
He said chum. He said chum.
Continue.
I purchased this map at eBay 6 months ago from a traveling salesman with a plaid jacket and waving arms. He said that it was an authentic Dark Ninja Dave Porcelain Power Pirate's treasure map, but I have since learned that it was just as counterfeit as the Power Pirate it led me to.
And who was the dastardly swindler who sold you this map?
It was...
hey, would you look at that? I misfiled my glorious
Swindler.
witness. Your Honor, on behalf of the Porcelain Power Pirates Corporation, I'd like to ask that all charges pertaining to the unfortunate counterfeiting of the Dark Ninja Dave action figure be dropped against Captains Joaquin de Oro and Guybrush Threepwood.
Smart move, Counselor.
Yeah.
In the matter of porcelain power pirates versus De Oro versus Threepwood, etc., 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 this court finds in favor of the defendants.
Whoop whoop.
All this justice? Where's the hangings?
You want hangings? Just keep it up, you swabs!
Alright, so we gotta call another witness. We got that one done.
I'd like to recall Bosun Krebs to the stand.
Catherine Krebs.
Now remember, darling, you're still under oath.
Aye.
Because she already swore in. So we want to show her this.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce this leg lamp into evidence as proof that Bosun Catherine Krebs is lying about her so-called nacho sauce burn.
This proves nothing.
Objection, Your Honor. The scars on this leg-shaped lamp may look like my client's, but who knows how they got there?
I'm glad you asked.
So he's gonna show them all.
So you see, Your Honor, Catherine's distinctive burns were not caused by Club 41's nacho sauce, but by an unlikely combination of scalding fluids found throughout Flotsam Island. Isn't that true, Bosun Krebs?
Answer the question!
Admit it!
You she-devil!
It's true. After Guybrush knocked that platter of nachos onto my lap, I saw my chance for revenge and concocted this foolish scheme.
Revenge?
You still don't remember me? The woman whose ship you sunk? Who spent years languishing in prison for your crimes? The woman whose husband you humiliated in that creepy karaoke contest?
What the heck?
Oh, sorry. Drawing a blank.
Arr!
Your Honor, I move that Bosun Catherine Krebs' charge be dropped.
Counselor?
I got nothing, Your Honor.
Very well. In the matter of Krebs versus Threepwood, the Pirate Court of Flotsam Island finds in favor of the defendant Guybrush Threepwood.
Woo.
Get off, you lot!
Alright, 2 down. Well, 3 down. 1 to go.
I'd like to call Hemlock McGee to the stand.
Hemlock McGee!
What's that? Oh.
And do you swear on Blackbeard's...
Yeah. Listen, Pinky. I knew Blackbeard back when he was bloody Black Peach Fuzz.
Ew.
Just let me at him. Let me at him.
Ensign McGee, it's your contention that Captain Threepwood injured your cat.
How though?
Injured? He practically crushed him. Hit him right in the puss with a stuffed manatee head he did.
And how is your cat today?
See for yourself. The poor dear is paralyzed with fear. I have to feed her through a tube. Oh, my poor Miss Pretty Whiskers.
No, you don't. You're feeding him with a spoon last I saw.
Pretty Whiskers.
You're a witness, kid.
Okay. So since we gave it lead shavings, right? So there's got some iron in its body. We're gonna use Jaku's electromagnetic with the kitty cat.
Your Honor, pirates and assorted buccaneers, Hemlock McGee has asserted that it was I, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, that brought about the horrible emotional scars that even now
He's got food
leave poor
all on
Miss
his
Pretty
face.
Whiskers paralyzed with fear. But I put it to you that it was not your humble defendant who traumatized Hemlock's unfortunate feline, but a far more insidious assailant, one who's in this very courtroom as I speak. J'accuse! Jacques the monkey!
Objection, there's no evidence of monkey play here.
No? Let's ask the victim.
Because it's
See? Miss
electromagnetic.
Pretty Whiskers is up and about and seeking revenge just like a good pirate cat should.
Miss Pretty Whiskers, come back. We'll get our revenge together.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Mr. Prosecutor?
Dunzo.
Considering that my client and evidence just ran out the door, I guess old Stan's gonna have to drop this one.
Yes.
Good idea. In the case of McGee and Pretty Whiskers versus Threepwood, the Pirate Court of Flotsam finds in favor of the defendant, Guybrush Threepwood.
Come on, Judge, get him with the pox.
Don't make me send the bailiff up there. Let's see here. Cleared. Dropped.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Congratulations, Captain Threepwood. It appears that you have successfully gotten yourself out from under your various civil charges.
Yay.
Timber, Stumpy. I guess I'll be going now.
Hold on, what's this? There appears to be a criminal charge on the other side of this blasted paper.
What?
Huh? Assault with molten nacho cheese isn't criminal? What else is there?
The creation, incubation, dissemination, proliferation, and mastication of
Chewing?
a pox or pox-like affliction. A Class 1 felonious act here on Flotsam.
Oh, right.
How do you plead?
Not guilty.
On what grounds?
The pox is a lie. Mastication, which means chewing, by the way. The pox isn't so bad. The pox isn't my fault.
There is no pox. Everyone's just got the mumps.
Does this look like the mumps to you, Sonny Jim?
I may have aided in its creation, incubation, dissemination, and proliferation, but mastication? That doesn't even make sense.
No.
Are you suggestioning that this court doesn't know the meaning of the words it uses?
Yes.
No.
Good.
Pox isn't so bad. Everyone's tough as nails now and can do neato demon things with their eyes.
It's evil! It made me kill holy grandma! I got
What?
bubbles on my fundament!
Ew, gross.
Okay, it's pretty bad. The pox isn't my fault. It's LeChuck's. It all started
hear
with the
Stan's
cursed
music.
cutlass of Kaflu. Off the rock of Gelato, LeChuck was doing something evil with monkeys, and I was all brrr. But then LeChuck broke my root beer bottle, and I had to substitute some of the voodoo lady's ingredients, and then LeChuck turned into a human, and all this voodoo went boom, and... Well, it's not my fault.
Your Honor, the defendant is hand-waving. And believe me, I know from hand-waving. Seriously, we all know that the cloud of pox vexing this fair island arrived soon after the defendant and his oozing appendage crept upon these shores.
Disgusting it was.
Then, after infecting everyone in sight, the pox cloud magically blew away at exactly the same moment that Guybrush sailed away, stealing Flotsam's only ship, I might add.
That's right! I won that ship, fair and square.
Now, Threepwood has returned, and so has the Cloud of Pox. What a coincidence. And yet here he stands concocting fanciful stories of a human LeChuck, voodoo cutlasses, and a so-called Rock of Gelato.
Well, Threepwood, do you have any witnesses to your unlikely tale?
Yeah, where's Morgan?
Dude, she's...
Oh, God.
Wonder Bunny.
Oh, my God, she's crazy.
Avast, ye blubbering belugas! I'm sacking your port! Bring me all your spoils, swags, booty, and boodle!
Lane, less plunder, more money, please.
And you, me bonny lass, step into me captain's quarters and let me ravish you, silly. Ah, to finally hold you in me arms again, it makes me want to...
She's so gross. Uh-oh.
What's this? The scent of betrayal? Who is this tawdry wench?
Nobody. No one.
She'll die by me rusty blade!
There goes my witness.
Then she must be summoned. Bailiff, serve the woman immediately.
Yes, sir.
You'd better be using the voodoo summons. That saucy sea hag doesn't look like she be respecting the customs of pirate law.
Aye, aye, sir.
But first, hold the defendant's pox-spreading keister back to the brig.
All right, you. Stay put until I summon your ball and chain.
I wouldn't call her that. She
Oh, God.
Ow!
might... Oof. Take exception.
Oh. She is crazy
What
right
happened to
now.
you?
Oh, I'll tell you what happened. Oh, I went to Club 41 to hand this summons to your better half, and she backhanded me right out of the bar.
Your
Ugh.
better half.
Ouch.
If you want that banshee on the stand, you're gonna have to serve her yourself.
How am I supposed to serve her when I'm locked up in this jail? You gonna let me out? Oh, sweet.
Oh, I'm gonna go see if the local doctor can fix me jawbone.
Don't. He's gonna take your lower jaw.
What
Oh,
the...
jeez. Oh, God.
Oh, ladies' night.
Guybrush, your wife has lost her mind.
And you're about to lose a limb, you sea cow!
Elaine, sugar cakes, let's stop fighting and work this out over a nice cold light grog.
It's her head or yours, bilge boy!
Oh,
Or
gosh.
you two can just figure out this little misunderstanding on your own. I'll be over here appreciating my head's ability to stay attached to my neck.
What's this?
A recipe for something called a Fat Island Fuzzy Nostril. There's nothing left of this buffet but a few scraps of tofanity paste and a light ranch dressing.
How about a towel, sir?
Thanks. Ooh, I really needed that.
Disgusting. I flooded the toilet.
Ew. What was that?
Musical memories. So that was one that I was attempting to do. There's only one more left, which is, what are you going to do with the drunken Guybrush?
Hey, what's this piece of paper stuck to my boot? It's a recipe for a drink called a Tri-Island Tuna Colada. Looks complicated.
We gotta have the barkeep make a couple drinks. Sign, scrap of paper.
A bartender's recipe for a Scab Island Sling. Seems pretty simple.
Okay, so we have to have the bartender make the 3 of those drinks. So right now, with the bartender, obviously we can't get to him. You see him back there? Because the girls are fighting over there.
Krebs?
What do you want?
You're not upset about the trial, are you?
Why would I possibly be upset by the fact that I hideously disfigured myself in a quest for long-delayed vengeance, only to have it cruelly snatched away at the last moment?
About your quest for vengeance? I'm afraid I still don't remember you.
You don't remember? How could you forget how you sank me marlin hunting ship off the coast of Snark Island? Or the time you framed me for mopery on Wurtling Shores?
Unless I've taken too many blows to the head, I'm pretty sure I've never been to any of those places or done any of those things.
Been hitting the head a lot in this
You may not
game.
remember Bosun Catherine C. Krebs, but you can be sure that there'll always be a black mark next to the name of Guybrush Q. Threepwood.
Wait, did you say Guybrush Q. Threepwood?
Aye, and a fouler name never escaped me lips.
But it's the wrong name. I'm Guybrush Q. Threepwood.
What is it, Ulysses?
Yeah, your vendetta must be with the other Guybrush Threepwood. I should have realized. You know, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. I keep getting his mail, too.
Oh boy.
Tell me, did it hurt
Did what hurt?
when you fell out of pirate heaven?
Oh,
Oh, but
Guybrush.
this will.
Oh,
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog!
oh jeez.
Yikes!
Now they're fighting on the bar. Alright, so let's pick up this.
Hot,
Wait.
gooey wax.
Oh, here it is. The sack of sugar.
Just what I always wanted. An ant-infested sack of sugar.
We don't know what we need it for now, but we probably will need it later, so let's take it. Alright, so let's get him to make these 3 drinks.
Can you make one of these Fat Island Fuzzy Nostrils?
Aye, aye, Captain.
While you're making that, I'll just...
Order up. One
Nope.
Fat Island Fuzzy Nostril. Heavy on the fuzz.
That was absurdly fast.
Arr! Libations!
Ah, gimme.
Alright, I guess we gotta have to do this a couple times. Alright, so let's go back. We couldn't get that one.
Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
What you gonna do with all that gold?
All what gold?
All that gold inside your chest.
Now that was creepy.
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog!
Yikes!
Alright. Let's go have him grind stump make the other drink. We got 2 more he's gotta make. Use this one.
Can you make me one of these?
A Scab Island sling, eh? That'll be a snap.
Fine. I'll just be over...
Here you go. One Scab Island sling. Sweeter than a siren's song and deadlier than a kraken's kiss.
That was fast.
Arr! Libations!
By the way, my father-in-law speaks like that. He would be somebody who would call like an alcoholic drink libations. He also says things like he... My wife told me that he used to cut onions in the house when she was a kid, and my mother-in-law hated it. and he would say that this was his civil protest. Like whenever he would get mad at my mother-in-law, he would start cutting onions in the house. He called it his civil disobedience or his civil protest or something stupid like that.
Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
Or like now he texts in emojis, which nobody can understand what he's saying. Before he used to text in like abbreviations, but it's not like abbreviations like TY would be thank you or BTW or IMO, like in my opinion. He would make up his own abbreviations. So he would just say the word like nap, right? NAP. But we're like, what do you mean by nap? Are you saying you're napping? He goes, no, it means not a problem. We're like, what? This guy is a special man.
Hey, beautiful.
Oh.
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog!
Okay. So now we're gonna do the last drink. And then there's actually a reason why we're having the ladies fight over here. Because remember, we have the... Oh, Vincent. He finds it funny. We have the voodoo summons. So we gotta plug it somewhere where Elaine might get it stabbed, so... Oh wait, we don't gonna... Let's give him this tuna colada.
Can you make one of these?
A Tri-Island tuna colada? Arr, that takes me back. I haven't made one of these since I was a bosun under Captain Bo.
But can you make one? I'm really in the mood.
Aye, but it'll take some doing to scrounge up the ingredients.
Take your time.
All right, so now we want to pin this. We want to pin the summons on the dartboard.
I'll just put this here for safekeeping.
Done.
There we go, Drunken Guybrush.
Tuna colada. Now I can get back to me darts.
Arr! Libations!
Ah, Jimmy.
All right, so now we're gonna talk to the ladies, and we're gonna get them to kind of get mad at each other and attack a little bit more different than what they're doing.
Morgan,
So,
what do you think you're doing?
Don't ask me. Ask your crazy wife.
I'm gonna run you through, you high seas hussy!
she technically didn't even do anything. Elaine just being super crazy.
Elaine, Tucklebear. Morgan's all bark and no bite.
You want bite? You got it. And I'll throw in the bark for free.
There we go.
Good for nothing words getting in the way of my killing.
Good for nothing words.
Honey, you are formally summoned to appear before the court of Judge Grindstump in the case of the people of Flotsam versus Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate. TM.
Phew. Now I know who wears the daddy pants in the relationship.
You stay away from my boy's pants, or I'll hang you from my Jolly Roger, you Jezebel!
Oh my God.
And you, don't think you can totter around with some tart and not get a fistful of what?
Were you hanging out with the chalk the whole
She's a
time?
catch.
And conveniently not a rotten double-crosser.
I told you I had a job to do.
Sure, just doing your job. Tell me, aside from all the silver, how are the benefits?
Guybrush.
Do you get health care for the repetitive stress injuries caused by all the backstabbing and cutting off people's hands?
I said I was sorry.
Sorry? I can't pick my left nostril without risking a lobotomy.
What if
What if nothing? Goodbye, Morgan. I've got a wife to cure and an island to save.
Poor Morgan.
Mrs. Threepwood. Please tell the court how this horrible pox is all LeChuck's fault.
LeChuck? That stick in the mud wouldn't know a good pox if it kicked him in the fundament. Heck, there wouldn't even be a pox if you'd gone through with the voodoo lady's recipe properly. But no, you had to wave that root beer bottle around like some sort of conquering hero. Oh, look at me! I be Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate! Next thing I know, you're trying to replace root beer with root grog and bam! Pox all over the place. Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
Hey?
He's like,
Honey, why don't you please tell everyone how I've been trying to find a cure for the pox?
Don't you honey me, you two-timing cannon scrubber.
Hey.
I bet all this this talk of looking for La Esponja Grande was all plot to spend time canoodling with your little privateering she's
It's not.
La Esponja Grande, yes, it's right over there. See?
A sponge of pequeño.
Sure it is.
Could you give the court some idea of what a fine, upstanding pirate your husband is?
This is gonna be bad.
Well, let's see. When I first met him, he was breaking into my mansion to steal a statue.
Game one.
Later, after shanghaiing a crew to take him to Monkey Island, he totally failed to rescue me from the evil clutches of the ghost pirate LeChuck.
Game
so
one.
I had to dress up a couple of monkeys in a bridal gown.
Game one.
This may have been a bad line of
Forgot
questioning.
Easter was tomorrow.
He
Easter's
left me hanging over a
Sunday.
pit while he went looking for the treasure of Big Whoop. I
Game
didn't hear
two.
from him for 3 years after that.
Game 2.
Turned me into a bleeding statue.
Game 3.
Left the seat up. Oh, and that's not even mentioning all the times I found myself tied up, manacled, or otherwise incarcerated because of his blithering idiocy!
It's so
You're too
mean.
good for him, love.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor.
I'd like a second to think about my next move, Your Honor.
Make it fast! Your character witness is oozing all over my
Oh.
courtroom.
Your Easter since your family's coming over early. I can get my stuff. Can't I? No, I don't want to talk
Hey,
to
Stan.
Stan.
Ah, no fraternizing between the defense and prosecution while court is in session.
If
I
you
meant-
want a gab, call for a recess.
No, I want my items.
Honey, look! They confiscated your ring!
You let someone take it from you? Didn't I tell you never to let it out of your sight?
Oh my god, that was a bad mistake.
Got me no buts, lover mine.
This is gonna be bad.
Your Honor, Buccaneers of Flotsam, you all believe that I, Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate, have brought this horrible pox to your shores.
Off with it,
Run him off the plank.
What if I
What
were
are you
to
guys
tell
doing,
that
Cake?
I could tame this unruly witness, prove my good intentions, and begin the process of curing you all of this hideous voodoo pox, all in one fell swoop.
I don't know. Maybe.
Your Honor, I object.
This jungle
Defense is
beast.
grasping at sponge-shaped straws here.
Denied! But get on with it, Captain. The hangman gets overtime if we keep him up after midnight.
With pleasure, Your Honor. Wenches and pirates,
All right,
I give
stall.
you Exhibit S, the wonder of La Esponja Grande.
I thought it'd be bigger.
Yeah, me
Now
too.
behold, as a simple exfoliating motion of La Esponja Grande washes away the pox, restoring my wife to her usual, mostly pleasant demeanor.
Mostly pleasant. Kids are gonna hunt Easter eggs. I'm gonna help cook.
Sugar cakes?
Off with it, head.
Anything in particular?
Piece of
He's like rubbing it all over.
Deep-sea doily diver.
Does the defense have any other pointless arguments it would like to make?
This is sort of all I got.
Then, by the power vested in me by
Oh,
the
God.
put upon pirates of Flotsam Island, I summarily sentence you to be hanged
No.
by your pox-spreading neck until you are right there.
LeChuck.
Oh,
What is the meaning of this? My name is LeChuck, and I can tell you exactly what Guybrush did.
Chuck, I thought he was a ghost.
I heard he was a zombie.
don't listen
He
to
was
him.
all of
See,
those
Your Honor,
things.
the pox is all my fault.
Listen to him.
For decades, I dabbled in the dark forces of voodoo, clamoring for power. I hungered for it.
Oh god,
I
get away from me.
yearned for it.
Ugh.
I pillaged, plundered, and killed for it.
I can attest to all of this.
And it was my accumulated voodoo that infected you all. Dark, evil voodoo that was explosively released when I was once again defeated by the perpetually heroic Guybrush Threepwood.
He's not kidding. I've killed him like 5 times.
So you
4,
see,
my count.
Guybrush Threepwood is not the source of this pox. I am. And I hereby throw myself upon the mercy of this court, or lack thereof.
He's taking the fall.
But wait, there's more. It turns out I had an unknown silent
Here we go.
power urging me down those darkened voodoo corridors. A power far more insidious than I could ever hope to be. I submit to the court this journal, property of quiet up there! The Voodoo Lady. Ooh,
That creepy lady who lives in the shack?
What the what?
In these pages, you will find detailed plans laid out by the voodoo lady over the course of many years to manipulate my never-ending rise to power. My hunger for voodoo, my seemingly endless cycle of ironically comical death and disturbing resurrection. My obsession with the darling Elaine. It's all because of her.
Off with her head!
Lead him to the jungle beast!
It can't be true. Can it?
Order! Order! I hereby call for the release of Guybrush Threepwood and the immediate imprisonment of LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady! To the brig with both of them!
I bet it up to me eye catch with all this land-loving lollygagging. I'm off to plunder me some treasure.
Don't worry about me, my friend. Go cure your wife.
So for one, LeChuck took the fall for me, or for Guybrush rather. Two, we found out that the voodoo lady has been manipulating LeChuck
Well,
this
finally
entire
free, but
time.
Now my pox-crazed wife is nowhere to be found. A mad scientist is hunting her for who knows what reason, and the legendary voodoo sponge that was supposed to cure her has turned out to be useless. Under normal circumstances, I'd ask the voodoo lady for help, but she's sitting in the jail cell next to my archenemy, who may or may not be my best friend, after it's been revealed that she has been the secret power behind most of my travails over most of my life as a pirate. Maybe I should have been a beekeeper like my Uncle Sid.
So voodoo lady could very well be a bad guy this entire time. Since game one, she's basically been guiding LeChuck through to become like resurrected and to be evil and filled with voodoo-ness. So it's like, do you even trust the voodoo lady anymore? Let's talk to LeChuck.
LeChuck!
Guybrush!
I would have bet my good hand I'd never say this, but thank you
For what? I've caused you nothing but despair.
for taking the fall back there, and for exposing the voodoo lady. I don't know what to make of any of it, but now I can focus on saving Elaine and dealing with the pox.
It is the very least I could do. But be careful, Guybrush.
I'm always careful.
This from the guy who proposed to his wife with the cursed engagement ring you stole from my hold?
Game 3.
Is that a dig? Is the evil demon pirate LeChuck developing a sense of humor? This is weird.
I still didn't touch the giant Hershey's Kiss in the fridge. What's that for?
Really. Thanks again.
You don't need to thank me, my friend. I merely spoke the truth. They say that truth is the greatest barnacle scrubber you know.
Okay.
Where have you been? I thought you were with Elaine.
Well, after leaving Spinner Cave, Elaine and I set out to finish releasing all those monkeys I'd captured. After we were finished releasing the last of them, Elaine caught wind of your trial, went into a poxed rage, seized a passing clam schooner, and made a beeline for Flotsam Island.
That's my girl.
Needless to say, I took my own vessel and headed after her. But in the middle of the night, my ship was sunk by a rogue wave.
Oh boy.
I was washed up on an island of cannibals, from whom I deftly escaped, using many of the self-same skills you taught me back on the Jerkbait Islands.
Oh.
You know, it's amazing how easily man-eating tribes can be reasoned with.
Knowing I needed to get here more than ever, I lashed together a few bits of cannibal leftovers and warthog sinew to build a makeshift raft. Unfortunately, that was soon eaten by the sharks.
Oh no.
Sharks from Game
So
3.
I swam as fast as I could for 3 days.
And arrived just in time to save me from the gallows. Nicely done, buddy.
I got it from Xmas. Oh geez, you had it that long?
Kudos to your swim instructor.
I was fueled by the fire of our budding friendship.
So he doesn't seem to be too bad.
I can't believe the voodoo lady has been pulling your ghostly / demonic strings all these years.
It came as a shock to me as well, but her diary spells it all out. You, me, Elaine, we're all part of the voodoo lady's malevolent plans.
Malevolence is in the eye of the beholder, Guybrush Threepwood. I know this is difficult to understand, but things are not as they seem.
No, things seem remarkably convoluted, which is what I've come to expect from you.
I've always had your best interests at heart.
Well, What about my interests? Without your meddling, I could have lived a normal, happy pirate's life.
Ha! The destiny of LeChuck has never been normal.
How about the mountain of ice on the roller coaster of the damned? She was behind that?
Especially that.
Jeez.
I risked life, limb, and manatee to get La Esponja Grande, and it's a puny, worthless lump.
What?
Soak up the gargantuan wonder that is La Esponja Grande.
That is La Esponja Grande? But wasn't it supposed to hold infinite amounts of voodoo?
I know. What a crock.
The size of the sponge is meaningless. It is what you do with it that matters.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
you fight like a...
I still don't trust him.
Sit tight, buddy. Once I save Elaine, you're next.
Don't worry about me.
Yeah, I'm kind of losing my sweet tooth for chocolate. It'll come back. Trust me, it always comes back. Alright, let's talk to the voodoo lady. Let's figure out what she's been doing.
Hello, Threepwood.
You sent me on a wild albatross chase for La Esponja Grande and promised me it would cure the pox. But after fending off sexually ambiguous merpeople, a giant manatee, and your crazy ex-boyfriend, what do I get for my trouble? This sorry excuse for a kitchen sponge.
La Esponja.
Ah, I noticed you strategically left out the Grande from this worthless piece of junk. Once it cured my piddly leftover pox, it didn't have enough mojo left to cure Elaine.
It's not worthless. It is merely young. It must be brought to maturity in order to reach its voodoo-absorbing potential.
Brought to maturity? How am I supposed to do that? Give it a talk about the sponge birds and sponge bees?
Like all infants, La Esponja needs nourishment. It must be fed 6 special voodoo courses to bring it to adult size.
What sort of meal is that?
A feast for the senses.
Gross.
The
Is
menu,
it a bug?
Threepwood. Take it, and serve the sponge a meal unlike any other.
And then?
It will grow.
Hey, neat. There's a map of the Flotsam Jungle on the cover. No more listening to bees and birds and boars for this mighty pirate. Well, that's odd. It's like a whole new map now.
Okay, so feast for the senses. A voodoo feast in 6 courses guaranteed to embiggen the smallest beastie. First course, put on a napkin that's a sight, a garnished cloth grotesquely bright. Okay, here we go. Second course, antipasta jungle meat. Gives off a smell like stinky feet. Third course, before the main course, cleanse your palate with taste that hits you like a mallet. Fourth course, the main course will cause quite a flap. To find your sixth sense, use your map. Fifth course, now engorged a small dessert, a touch so shocking it might hurt. Sixth course, your meal finished, let out a cheer, or belch so loud that all can hear. All right, so we got to get a napkin, and the only thing I can think of that is napkin-y is the, well, we have to do these in order. So, what was the first one again? Cloth. All right.
What was that? Huh. Something sure shoved a short sword up his aft sail.
Let's go check it out.
What the? Morgan!
Oh no!
What happened?
Went to get your hand.
You didn't have to do that.
Had to pay you back for all the trouble. Found Jacques. He told me.
What?
He told me.
What? What did the monkey tell you?
So sad.
Singe.
I really loved her character too. Terrible. And the part that makes it even more sad, it was like they kind of argued, right? They didn't because now she's passed away. They didn't leave on good terms.
It's broken.
I don't want to. I want to.
Singe will pay for this.
By the way, this is legit.
It's locked.
Yeah, it's super upsetting. My heart.
No. This is where the Marquis keeps all the severed limbs of the pirates he's operated on. Hey, you never know when a sack of severed legs is going to come in handy. Or footy, as the case may be. Sorry.
Why is this skeleton backwards?
Did Singe murder you too?
Alright, let's go. I don't want to be in here any longer. I'm sad. Where's Mom when you need them? Yes, so this is the first time that they have legitimately showed a death, especially to a character in which had some sort of development. We're gonna run over to the creepy shack. It's really upsetting. To be honest with you, that really upsets me.
What in the name of Bluebeard's hair dye?
Hey, no poaching. I have called dibs.
I think I may be lost. Shouldn't there be a creepy voodoo shack right about there?
There was, until they came to arrest that talk-spreading voodoo lady.
What happened?
First came the flames. Poor Senor Nipperkin went up like St. Elmo's fire.
Oh my god.
Then she emerged from the conflagration.
So
mumbling
Nipperkin's
ancient
dead too.
curses with every regal step. I never forget the baleful stare she fixed me with as she was led away. A look condemning me to a lifetime of suffering, shame, and regret.
Spooky.
And if that wasn't bad enough, I haven't found one bit of cool voodoo stuff in the wreckage. Come on!
Mob justice can be so unfair.
So, like, they just said that he got a big settlement. The guy, Nipperkin, the guy that was doing the newspaper in Chapter 1, he apparently got burned to death. So this is...
Whoa. Uh-oh. Looks like these finicky moths won't eat a jacket that's encrusted with bacon grease, fish water, and manatee guts.
So I kind of skipped a...
What a shame.
A hint.
That rug really tied the shack together.
I skipped a hint. There was a thing on the inside of DeSinge's shop, his lab, or kind of explained the moths. I'm going to go back and I'll check on it. Because you're supposed to read that, and then you're supposed to be under the impression that these moths kind of help you out with the cloth part of the getting the sponge to be from pequeño to grande. So let's go in here. Hey, Code Mars.
What happened to Morgan's body?
By the way, Code Mars, you missed it. They just killed off Morgan Le Fay.
Lepidoptera flotzimus accelerus. Like many of its more common cousins, the sharp-toothed Flotsam Island moth has a penchant for noshing on articles of clothing. Where Flotzimus accelerus differs is in the pain of its bites, which can be quite annoying, and the rapidity of its meals. A swarm of flotsam moths can strip a man down to his undergarments in mere seconds, assuming the notoriously finicky moths approve of his wardrobe, of course.
So we're supposed to hear that, and then we're supposed to understand, okay, I need to go get the moths to strip someone from their clothes. So they're not going after Guybrush's jacket because it's smeared with bacon grease and all kinds of nastiness. But you know who keeps their jacket in pristine order? It's Stan. So let's do this.
That doesn't need to be illuminated. Alright, little fellas, check out these high-def duds. Well, that's just great. The lamp's dead.
Well, he did say it was a prototype.
Well, at least Stan's sign is keeping the moths from returning to the jungle. Stan!
Threepwood! No hard feelings over all those various civil and criminal charges?
Water under the bridge.
Great.
A bridge with a fast-talking shyster/salesman dangling from it.
All right, still trying to make a buck on a buck on my recently cleared name. Have the voodoo lady and LeChuck been put on trial yet? I see you got new souvenirs. Can I have your jacket? Let's just go down the line here.
Still trying to make a buck on my recently cleared name?
Nah, I sold all that junk to that Doro sap. I moved on to the next trial of the century. Flotsam Island versus LeChuck and the voodoo lady.
Yeah, how are sales going now?
Great. People can't get enough of the voodoo lady's murky moral ambiguity, mysterious unexplored backstory, and her ample...
La 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 la, I'm not listening, la la la.
Voodoo charms.
Ugh.
And as for LeChuck, well, let's just say the lady pirates love a tale of redemption. The whole bad boy made good angle.
And then we also found out that the voodoo lady this entire time has been not only guiding Guybrush, but has been guiding LeChuck down the path of evil voodoo this entire time. So she's purposely been wrapping us in this like endless cycle of back and forth. So we really don't know what side the voodoo lady is on, because she's been technically helping LeChuck, but then she's been helping Guybrush to defeat LeChuck, but then she's been helping LeChuck get revived, and then she's helping Guybrush defeat him in this like endless cycle.
Have the voodoo lady and LeChuck been put on trial yet?
Have they? It's the trial of the century.
Wait, I thought I was the trial of the century.
Yesterday's news, Threepwood.
What kind of souvenirs could you possibly be making out of the voodoo lady and LeChuck?
Oh, ye of little faith. Feast your eyes on the all-new People vs. LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady collection.
Ask about the pin.
What's this?
It's a little decorative pin I've whipped up.
Trial of the Century 2. Electric Voodoo-loo.
We're still working on a title.
Electric Voodoo-loo.
What's that one?
That's our cursed cutlass of Kaflu LeChuck doll. Press the button for its special transforming glow.
What's happening?
It's a little bright.
Yeah, we're still working out a few kinks. Hey now, what's this? A fuzzy flying fan club? Ah! Hey, knock it off, you nutty nibblers! That hurts! Sweet, fancy, Moses! Ow! Ow! Ouch! Well, that was one heck of an experience, eh, Threepwood? It's a good thing old Stan always keeps a few spare jackets in the back office, or I'd be defending my clients in the Altogether. Say, that's not a bad idea. Stan S. Stanman, naked attorney at law. You've got nothing to hide, and neither does he.
Gross.
No time to chat, Threepwood. I've got business cards to print.
Okay. So let's go pick up the Stan's jacket.
Sweet.
So let's go back and let's read this. First course, put a napkin that's a sight, a garnished cloth grotesquely
I
bright.
better fold this up before I put it in my pocket.
Alright, so he folds it up. So we'll combine the cloth in the Esponja Grande.
You know, when I dreamed of becoming a mighty pirate, I never imagined that one day I'd be tying eye-popping napkins around the non-existent necks of mystical sponges.
There we go. So now let's check the thing again. Second course, antipasta jungle meat gives off a smell like stinky feet. Okay, so we got to go in the jungle. For some reason, I remember this chapter pretty well. I don't remember the next one all that well, though. So we'll go into the jungle. We got to find the dreaded jungle beast. So let's go to the entrance. Actually, wait, I should have went to the altar. Can I go to the altar still? Creepy shack. No, it won't let me. Alright, so let's just go to the entrance.
18, 19, 20.
Oh, this is why.
And X marks the... When I get me hands on that plaid-coated scallywag, I'm gonna rip off his waving arms and beat him to a briny pulp with 'em.
Jeez.
What are you looking at?
The secret to eternal life.
Oh, jeez.
Le spectre de Grand César.
It didn't work.
Doesn't look like Elaine's in any immediate danger. Hopefully she won't commit any unforgivable atrocities before I finish enlarging my pox-curing sponge.
Yeah, hopefully not. Prista Libre's journal. Despite repeated efforts to lace bait with tracking elements, beast spore remains indistinguishable, excuse me, from the jungle floor. Oh, if only the beast left a path as bright as flotsam beautiful jungle fireflies. Wait, what's that smell? He did. He's not going to be in Monkey Island 6. Alright, so we got this. We don't need that. No, we don't need to go this direction. We gotta find the altar. So let's go to the right. Oh gosh, what's going on here?
That's weird. This whole idol is under one of Crimp Digit's unbreakable glass bottles.
That's not good. We're not gonna be able to break that. Here we go. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the severed legs.
Alas, poor hemlock. I knew it. This limb, a leg of infinite toe jam, of most excellent thigh cheese. It hath borne its owner's creaking frame 1,000 times, and now how clammy and gross within my grasp it wriggles.
Oh, that's Hemlock's leg.
Soup's on.
Oh god. Oh jeez.
Uh-oh.
Is there a Monkey Island 6? No, there's not. Okay, so... I forget how I'm supposed to chase it, though. Oh, wait a second. I think I remember. Okay, I gotta find something. I think it's here. I don't entirely remember. We control idle. No, it's not here. Yeah, they legit. We walked in on her, stabbed through the stomach, and she died.
What a shame. That rug really tied the shack together.
Partially digested. Is this legit? Put me in a loop? Okay, so I think this is what's going on. So let's look at the map here. So right now we're at the well, right? We need to... Idols to the right. So now the whole map changed. Alright, so we... Okay, so we're at the skeleton head. So if we go to the right, we'll go to the... Okay. Am I supposed to do something with this?
It's a sack full of severed legs. Ugh.
Alright, so if we go to the right, we'll go to this weird box. I don't entirely know what this box symbol is. Okay, that's there. We go to the right, we go... Let's go right and let's go up. It goes to it like a dead end.
That's weird. Trail didn't go anywhere.
Alright, so examine this. Let's go down and then to the left. I want to start checking these dead ends, I think. Did I say left? Yeah, to the left. Who's been killed by the makeup-wearing, sorry, sea sponge excuse of a flesh bag? Alright, so we're gonna go up. It's gonna take us all the way around to the backside. Let's try it. Alright, nothing here. So now we'll take the map. We'll unfold it. You see that? So, let's look at this. So now I'm at the red idol, right? On the very left. Now when I change this map, the map physically changes where I'm standing. So now this red idol connects to the question mark. So let's go to the question mark and let's see what happens there. Oh, sweet, a chest.
It's the mysterious chest of foreshadowing from the Voodoo Lady's shack. Who knows what sort of useful voodoo bric-a-brac lurk in its locked timbers?
Cake is not a happy
More importantly,
camper.
How am I going to unlock it to find out?
I'm not happy about that either. I actually really like Morgan Le Fay. I would actually probably even say that I like her better than Elaine, even with history on my side with Elaine being in all the other video games.
Let's see. What do I have now that I didn't have the last time I tried to open this chest? Ow! Stupid hook! Oh, it can't be that easy.
I don't remember what's in here. Oh my gosh.
The Voodoo Lady's tarot cards? That's it? I bent the fabric of reality for a stupid fortune teller's trick?
What?
Okay, that's a pretty good trick.
Alright, so that's for something else. So let's look at the map again. Okay, right, so I'm in the question mark area. Let's keep it folded in. There's really nothing special there. It's a dead end. I need that was a sixth sense. Oh my god. Alright, so I will take a look at this. Oh, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. Alright, I'm good. I looked at the guide just for the record. Alright, so let's just do this. Let's tuck it in. We are... Let's just go this direction. And we are at the dead crossing, so we need to go to the well, so we'll go straight up. This is what I wasn't doing. So we got to take the sack of sugar and dump it in the well. Because that
fireflies, nature's little spotlights.
So that one guy's letter mentioned fireflies. So I'm assuming, yep, we do this.
The fireflies are attracted to the sugar water on the leg. Fascinating. And just a little nauseating.
Completely disgusting. It's disgusting. Alright, so then we need to go back to the altar. So we're going to go down and then right. And we'll get to the altar. Because this jungle conforms depending on my map that I have. So if I change the map, then the directions will change. So now that we have this soaked in
I don't know about mythical
sugary
jungle
water,
beasts, but I always prefer my ritual sacrifices to be slathered in sugar water.
Sure, why not? And then maybe we'll track them this time. Why'd you do that? Put it back.
I don't know about mythical junk.
Alright, you just said that. Alright, do we leave it or... Okay, here we go. Follow the fireflies.
At last, I've lost that she-devil.
Oh god, she just slit his throat. Oh god,
Ouch. That's
knocked him
gotta hurt.
unconscious.
Serves him right, though. Still, I'd better finish feeding the sponge before Elaine hurts someone I actually care about.
Well, Morgan's already dead, so who else is it gonna be? Oh, does it go to the... Hold on. I think I gotta change the map. Because I am at the sundial. It takes me to the horn thinger. So the sundial, then it goes up to the horn thinger. That doesn't do anything for me. Sorry, excuse for a flesh bag. He deserves it. I agree with you. Totally.
The mighty pirate hunter tracks his prey via his distinctive firefly-attracting spoor.
Oh, I'm going off the path. I just had to click on it.
That's the legendary jungle beast of Flotsam Island?
Alright, so it's got something stuck in its mouth. So we're going to put this in its mouth to protect
Doesn't
ourselves.
need to be illuminated. Oh, look at that. The poor hideous flesh-eating plant is a smelly, rotting lion's paw caught in its teeth. Thorns. Hold still, little buddy. I'll get that nasty old hunk of meat out for...
Ah! Alright, so...
That doesn't need to be illuminated.
Put it in his mouth, Guybrush.
Here, boy. Ooh, that looks uncomfortable. But at least he's not snapping at me anymore. Don't worry, you freakish little abomination. Dr. Guybrush will make it all better. Gotcha! Eesh, you! That is by far the foulest thing I've ever smelled in all my years of pirating. And that's coming from a guy who's just spent a few days inside a giant manatee.
Gross. Okay, so now let's go back to the map. So the second course, antipasta jungle meat, gives off a smell like stinky feet.
I better fold this up before I...
All right, put it in your pocket. So I think we can combine the paw and the sponge now.
Come on, little sponge. Eat the nice, smelly antipasta. That's a good sponge.
Get it? Anti-paw. Okay, so let's look at the map again. Third course. Before the main course, cleanse your palate with a taste that hits you like a mallet.
Fold this up.
Okay. Taste that hits you like a mallet. So let's get out of here. There was a sign that we read before inside of Club 41. We didn't really pay it any mind because Morgan and Elaine were literally fighting on the bar. So we couldn't really do anything about it. So let's go check it out now. I'm pretty sure this is what they're referencing. I would really like I wonder if they make Guybrush Threepwood or LeChuck like actual like figures, like statue figures. I would love to have a Guybrush. Even this model, I think this model's fine. Alright, so let's go up here. So we couldn't really see this before, not this manatee, this thing.
Fugu Jolokia. Seems pretty harmless.
This is the sign that we read.
Are you pirate enough to take the Fugu Jolokia challenge? Fugu Jolokia. Seems pretty harmless. Hey, WP. Tell me about this Fugu Jolokia challenge.
Everything's good though, Code Mars?
Peculiar culinary delights, are we?
Yes?
Then you surely have heard of the Fugu Jolokia, the
Fugu
hottest pepper
Jolokia.
in this world or the next.
Oh, that Fugu Jolokia.
I acquired that specimen of the Fugu pepper many years ago from a three-legged bandit named Ort, winning it from him when I was able to place me tongue on the pepper for 10 entire seconds.
How eccentric.
Since that tongue-destroying day, I've vowed to pass on the pepper to the first pirate who can successfully put his tongue on the Fugu Jolokia for 11 seconds.
Okay, so this is what we want to get for our third meal. So let's go see if we can keep our tongue on it for 11 seconds.
Okay, Pepper, prepare to meet your master.
Neither is Code Mars.
Okay, mental note. The Fugu Jolokia is hot to the touch, too.
Okay, hot to the touch, and he can't put his tongue on it. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so let's get out of here.
Ouch!
Now, there was one thing, I remember when I was playing this the first time, there was a spot of this, this recipe for making La Sponja Grande actually grande. There's one of them that I literally had to look up when I was first playing. Normally, what I like to do, and I've told you this, guys, before, normally I play a game through the first time without a guide, and that's not just like point-and-click adventures, it's not just like RPGs or JRPGs or anything like that. It's every game. Like, I want to get the full effect that the game is trying to tell me before I seek something else out. In extreme cases, there's a part in this particular puzzle that I actually had to look up, unfortunately. So this is what we're going to do. There's a couple different...
Trepanation helmet.
Yeah, so now there's 4 different buttons that has different effects on Guybrush here that we'll find out because we'll click all 4. But this is also a trophy. I've already earned it, but these are the ones you want to do.
Ow! Whoa! Help?
Alright, so let's do the next one. It's literally poking your brain with needles.
Ow! Ah! I'm blind! Ew.
I hate watching that.
What the?
Oh my god. What the heck? Sip Sunny D? People still drink Sunny D? That's like all sugar. Press this button.
Ow! What? My tongue.
There we go. So now Guybrush's tongue is numb. Wow, you still drink it. Yeah, so Guybrush's tongue is numb. So we're gonna go do that challenge now with his tongue numb. And let's see if we can do it for 11 seconds. But yeah, so that would be a trophy if you're looking to get all the trophies in this game. You need to hit all 4 of those buttons. So, honestly, before I was on the diet, I would only drink ice water and the occasional soda at home. But I would always have, like, a soda at, like, dinner.
God,
Now...
Yeah. Fugu Jalokia. Seems pretty harmless.
What are you talking about?
Fugu Jalokia. Seems pretty harmless.
No, I wanted to do it. My tongue isn't still... Okay, hold on. Let's do this again.
Ouch!
I lost it, I think, because I clicked on the wrong stuff. But now that I'm on this diet, it's all ice water, which is fine. I love ice water. And I say ice water because I love it to be like ice cold. It's got to have ice in it. Like if it's lukewarm water, I don't like it. I mean, I would obviously still drink it, but I prefer ice water. But we have this brand of now energy drinks and sodas
My tongue.
that are keto friendly. I don't normally drink the sodas very often. It's kind of just once in a while I'll have one. We have different flavors like root beer and cream soda and cola and like caffeine-free cola and like a flavor like Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew, ginger ale, and Sprite, like a lemon lime. So, I mean, it's okay. If I remember like on a soda fix or something. Kind of miss like chocolate milk.
Captain! What's that?
The Fugu Jalopia.
You want to take the Fugu Jalokia challenge? Why didn't you say so? Have at it, Captain.
Alright, so now his tongue is numb. Let's make sure we have the pepper selected. Alright.
No way am I picking up that pepper with my bare hands again.
Oh my god, I forgot to use my hook. Let's go back. Alright, so the way you're supposed to do this and not fail 3 times like I just did. 2 times rather. Poke your head with the disgusting needles going into your brain. Numb your tongue. Talk to Grind Stump to let him know you want to do the Fugu Jalokian challenge. Then you have to go into your inventory and use your hook to grab the pepper because you're not going to touch it with your hand because it is also hot on your hand. That's why Guybrush snapped out of his thing because I selected an item basically that I couldn't do. And he was forced to talk, so. Madam. That's right. How you failed. Alright, so let's see if we can get it this time. Come on, Guybrush. You can do it. You can put your tongue to it. Will it burn? I don't know. Let's just do it quick and get on with the show. Alright. Oh, it's already off. Okay. Hook on pepper. There we go. Oh my god, it's so painful.
Well, bust my balustrades. Well done, Captain Threepwood. You've
Oh my
conquered
God.
the Fugu Jalokia and have won the right to keep it as your own.
A clean living and a healthy
By the way, he's going into the toilet. Just so we're all on the same page.
Probably got permanent glossal damage, but it was totally worth it to get my hook on that pepper.
Alright, so now we got the pepper. So we're going to feed the pepper to La Esponja Pequeño.
Good thing the sponge doesn't have a tongue, or I'd be dunking it in the ocean right about now.
Okay, so now it's step 3 done. So examine this now. We did the 3rd course. We gotta do the 4th course. The main course will cause quite a flap to find the 6th Sense user map. So we've already found the 6th Sense accidentally, which is the card. So we'll do
Hot,
this.
Stinky and bad for the eyes is no way to go through life, Sponge.
Combine this with the tarot cards.
Hopefully these flakes of the future will give La Esponja a 6th sense that'll help keep me from getting into situations like this.
Flakes of the future. Okay. Alright, so we did this one. So now engorge a small dessert, a touch so shocking it might hurt. This is where I had to seek a guide. Now, it's funny that I didn't realize it at the time. They ended up adding a carpet in the beginning of this entrance way. And the way that you have to do it, no longer red carpet.
So they decided to put the rug inside after it was clean.
So it's been telling us, there you go. So it's been telling us every time we walk out of this place, it was giving us a little shock. I never paid attention to it. So now I walk on and I'm a little statically charged. You can hear it if I shut up. Alright, what were we talking about last time? Oh, so we were talking about some conspiracy theories actually feel that when we pass on to the afterlife, we're actually waking up from inside the Matrix. And it's funny because the Matrix is an actual movie in which people are put into a false world, but it was actually computer generated. Now, there's a lot of similarities to this conspiracy theory that matches the movie The Matrix, if you guys have ever seen it. In The Matrix, the movie, these human vessels that are being hooked up to the Matrix and living in this false world are actually used as like batteries and sources of energy for the alien species. Some conspiracy theorists feel like that's the case, that we're being used as like an energy source. Some also feel that we're supposed to be learning something, and once we finally learned what we're supposed to, or if we fail at learning it, that's when we pass on. So that's always, I thought, was interesting. So now that we got a statically charged carpet, we're gonna leave this place. I had to use the guide for this one.
Whoa. Tingly. Well, hey, what's this?
He's a charged.
So that was the shocking dessert.
Yeah, that one I did not catch on my own. I would have felt very proud of myself if I caught that one on my own, though. All right, 6th Sense. Your meal is finished. Let out a cheer or a belch so loud that all can hear. All right, so
I better fold this.
I don't know what that is.
Now all I've got to do is find a big belchy sound, and La Esponja Grande will be as good as grown.
Oh, I know. All right, so let's go.
Ouch!
I'm glad they still shocked him there.
All right, Senor Esponja Not So Grande. That's 5 senses down and 1 to go. Now, where can I find a really big sound for an after-dinner belch?
There you go. I was going to say it when he was done talking, but we're going to go to the big conch guy, sucking in all the air.
Well, there's only one thing on Flotsam Island that can make a noise like that.
So we're automatically going to go there? What does he say? He's going to live forever? Oh.
Face me like a man, you snuff-sniffing land licker!
You heard the lady to singe.
Guybrush, get out of here and find your own treasure. This one's mine.
Ah, the happy Threepwood pirate clan. Whatever shall I do now? Oh, I know.
Oh no, my food!
Clam dip.
I can't believe I ever married a dullard like you.
He's so mean to
You know,
me.
once I cure you of the pox that's making you say all these mean things, you're gonna owe me a lot of smoochies.
I wouldn't smooch you with his lips, cabin boy.
I hate to break up this portrait of domestic bliss, but I've got some last-minute adjustments to make to my machinery before preparing the charming Madame Threepwood for her journey into scientific history.
Don't worry, Buttercup. Once I get La Esponja Grande into that noisy doohickey, our troubles will be over.
Yes. Well, please try to keep it down, no?
At least I hope so.
Alright, so let's try to just see if we can throw it in there.
La Esponja Grande is only good for soaking up voodoo, like the pox.
No, throw it inside. Mysterious device. Moths. Wind control device. Bank! Oh, dang it.
What's this? An airborne peripheral?
No!
Hey, give that back!
And risk tainting my moment of triumph with your tedious voodoo federal? I don't think so.
Moment of triumph?
Oui, using my harpsichronoton, I have discovered the unique harmonic frequency that allows me to pulverize matter into a fine powder and spread it across the sea.
My gosh.
Observe!
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, Whitey Pirate. It's me.
Oh, God. He killed him. The
First
pyrite.
of all, thanks. That thing was really starting to scrape my scabbard. Second, you're crazy if you think you're gonna get me in there. Okay, crazier.
You? I don't want you. It's your wife's molecules I need to smear across the sea.
Ew, gross.
I'd like to see you try, you wuss.
Why her?
Because of her pox, you dolt.
Ugh.
She's got the same unique strain of the pox that you once had. The same one that was flowing through your amazing hand. The same one that I've distilled into my amazing jus de vie.
Jus de vie.
Unfortunately, a single hand can only provide enough of this Threepwood strain to produce a few meager drams of my jus de vie. Even if I were to drain your beloved to the bone, I would only gain a few piddling firkins of the juice.
I'll give you some piddling firkins.
No, if I want a perpetual strain of the jus de vie, every pirate in the world must be exposed to the Threepwood strain. Now, Madame Threepwood, if you'll hold still for a moment, I'll try to make this as painless as possible.
How
Oh, gross.
nice. But I won't.
Oh, jeez, he got stabbed.
Behold the power of the jus de vie!
Alright, so both of our feet are stuck. So we got moths here, right? We got a bucket of water. So we don't know what they're going to be used for yet, but let's just do this.
Oh, what the heck?
Why not?
Sweet.
Ah, shiny.
Oh, man, Elaine, she's something else right now. Let's see, what else we have? We have, pepper.
Hey, Voo!
What? No.
He stuck it in his eyeball.
What in the world? Oh, shoot!
Okay, so he's got the flies around his head. Let's...
The Singe is gonna use that contraption to pulverize my sweet patootie.
Alright, so I don't think this works, though. Moths.
That doesn't need to be illuminated.
Alright, so we're not going to use that. So let's just try to talk to the Singe, maybe?
Hey, the monkey!
What?
You'll never get past my wife's sword, you know. I once saw her hold off a horde of angry Rotarians with nothing more than a penknife and a feather duster.
Impressive. But unless they were invulnerable Rotarians fueled by my incredible jus de vie, there's really no comparison. Soon she will tire, and her pox will be mine to spread across the four corners of the
So
earth.
he's invincible right now.
I'll spread you to the four corners.
Oh, jeez. Oh, the moths. They gotta get him.
Ugh, what now? from me, you nasty little pest!
No! What's the matter with him?
Without my hand to supply him with more jus de vie, all those wounds you've been inflicting are starting to catch up with him.
Ugh. Oh, get back here, you naughty little hand! Aha! I have you now, my pretty.
Nice one, Hand. Care to help me with these locks?
Oh, so he's dead.
Guess that was a little too much to ask. At least I've got the sponge back,
The
though.
Singe is dead. He got scattered in a million pieces. It's disgusting. To say something to Elaine?
Don't worry, Angel Face. Everything will be okay once I toss La Esponja Grande into that noisy ancient doohickey.
Then stop your yakking and get on with it, you gibbering jellyfish!
Alright, stop being so mean to me. Alright, so let's get into the wind control device. Deserved it, totally. Oh! Alright.
Well, that was a little anticlimactic. Whoa! Now that's an Esponja Grande!
A grande!
How will I use it to cure...
Kicks over the door. Boom, baby!
Oh, right!
What's going on, Carla? This episode will be done in like 10 minutes. It's curing all the pox.
Hold on!
It sucked all the voodoo power out of everybody.
Guybrush?
The pox is gone.
Are you all right?
I think so. But how did I get here, and why does my mouth taste like coleslaw?
Ugh.
It's a long story. I'll tell you all about it once we figure out how to get out of these stupid clamshells.
Leave everything to me, my friends.
Ugh, I just don't want to see him right now.
LeChuck, my new best pal. How'd you get out of jail?
Oh, the guard was more than
That's fine,
happy to
Carla.
release me once I convinced him that it was the only way to win Elaine's hand in unholy matrimony.
Wait, unholy what?
Unholy this!
Guybrush!
Elaine?
Guybrush!
LeChuck! Ha! This name shouting is jolly good fun.
Is that you, Mother? I washed my hands.
I knew it all along. With or without all that voodoo, you're still nothing but an evil sack of scum.
Correction, my sweet. I'm an evil sack of scum who's about to plunder the grandest treasure in all creation. But I'd be willing to share my booty if you catch me
I
drift.
never trusted him.
What?
Oh, come now, my love. You can't deny what we've shared these past few weeks. The chummy camaraderie, the kind words, the stolen glances. I know you've developed feelings for me. Join me as my demon bride, and together we'll lay a bloody siege to the very heart of voodoo itself.
He's still evil.
Go to hell, LeChuck.
Well, you can't say I didn't try. Looks like we'll be doing this with all that voodoo.
Oh no, Guybrush.
Elaine? Do me a favor.
Ah, that be the stuff.
Anything.
Kick his two-faced butt for me.
From Melee to Monkey and all the islands in between, my love.
Aren't you dead yet? I've got wedding plans to make. Out of respect for the newly deceased, I
Goosebumps.
feel I should point out that you wave your sword like a dairy farmer.
How appropriate. You fight like a pox-infected undead cow.
That's it. To be continued in Chapter 5. Rise of the Pirate God. I'm getting goosebumps trying to say this. You probably can't see him. But, Guybrush is dead. They not only killed Morgan Le Fay off in this episode, they also killed off Guybrush Threepwood. So, because this entire month has been Monkey Island March, and I've been running through Monkey Island 1 through 5. There's only one more episode left, one more chapter. Now, the chapters, they're generally about 2 to 2.5 hours. 3 at a max if I do like all the conversation trees and everything like that. I try to do at least 80% of them. Some of them aren't funny, so I don't go their direction sometimes. Some of them I try to at least select so that while I know the puzzles, I want some sort of walkthrough type-esque feeling when you're watching these games, or if anyone comes back to watch these games, they can kind of see the steps that they have to take so they understand the hints that they were given to the end puzzle, not just what the end puzzle was. I try to do my best to do that. But I want to ask you guys now, for everybody who's in chat, do you want me to save the next episode for tomorrow night? It would be... I'm going to work another 6 to 6 tomorrow. Or do you want me to do it, like, right now? So it's up to you guys. Obviously, if I do it right now, I won't be streaming tomorrow. Because I'm shooting to stream Sunday. Because I want to try to do a little bit of Animal Crossing. It may not be a very long stream, because my wife and I want to try to go to the movies, and I am working another 12-hour shift Sunday as well. I understand it is going to be Easter Sunday, so I will like to at least celebrate for the people who are celebrating Easter Sunday. Everyone's saying now so far that I'm getting in chat. Right? Meow. Alright, so we'll do it now when the credits are done. And so remember to put in your suggestions for games that you want to see me play in April. This is what we're going to try to shoot for in April. April is going to essentially be, to break it down, a complete variety month. Just get Monkey Island out of the way. Yeah, we're only one episode done, or one episode to do. So, with April, my thought is we wanted to deem it Audience Appreciation April. And I want to thank you guys for always being a part of my streams, hanging out with me, hanging out in watching games that I play that maybe you're not 100% interested in, but understanding and watching it because it's something that I really love and appreciate, and it's a part of who I am as a gamer and part of who I am personally as well. I actually think the reason why I'm an analyst now in my career, my personal career, is because I played games like this growing up, and I learned to puzzle solve and think of all different scenarios and understand different things, right? So this is part of who I am, and I appreciate you guys watching it so far. And we're not done yet. The next episode is even darker than this one. But for April is going to be a hodgepodge of everything. We're still going to continue to do Animal Crossing on Mondays. So my plan is to do probably a short stream Sunday, nothing major, of Animal Crossing, to do the Easter event. Do a little bit Monday as well. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, it's going to kind of be up in the air. And I want you guys to give me your suggestions on games you want to see me play. We'll have a game suggestion, but I'm not sure if you can get it. Yeah, so that's another thing too. It's all going to be within reason if I can actually get a hold of it. I don't want to be spending like $100, $200 on games throughout the month that I just don't own. It's not feasible. But you can give me any suggestions you like, Carla. So you can give me any suggestion you would like. But what I do want to tell you guys that I do have that I want to try to shoot for, that is community-driven games that we can do together, is like Mario Kart on the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, Animal Crossing will still continue to keep those on Monday. My wife still wants to play The Sims, so we'll be bringing Killer Cupcake in to play some Sims 4 with us. We're going to bring that back now. We have Left 4 Dead 2 that we want to play, that she wants to play with me. And because I don't know how good the online is still with that. I know, Carla, you mentioned you had Left 4 Dead 2, Legend of Dragoon, $4.99 PSN. Thanks, Code Mars. Describe to me what Legend of Dragoon is. Is it just like a JRPG? Hey, Saturn Sonic. How you doing, my friend? I didn't want to call you out because I don't know if you're lurking or whatever, but I hope you're doing well. All right, so let's get out of this game, and let's look at the trophies real quick before we go into